Hello and welcome. In this video, I want to go over an example of just tracing your buybacks in markets. And I'm going to put together a program I made on the left-hand side and a spreadsheet on the right hand, which will focus on the buybacks and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is when something happens, we're going to put the moves in here. Let's play for decent sized moves, not extreme like 150% gains, albeit in this market you can do that. But we'll go for like 50, 60-ish kind of percent moves. So we'll wait till we'll go in here and we're doing VIA versus NLG. So let's get this started. Price action is at 12.18. When the market goes up, that means it's selling. That means it would be selling in here. And then opposite when it goes down. So therefore, we're in situations where you enter the market at the price point of 12.18. Again, we're looking for decent size reductions. So let's go like 7.25 on the downside. And how about 1888 to go higher? It's day number one. So 50 days later, you start trading and you go, well, one full month without a trade, and the market goes down. So therefore, in this, it's a selling of NLG, and it's a price reduction of like 50%. You can really afford to sell a decent amount in this spot, like even like 458. So let's do that. I'm going to, this would be, yeah, so down. So I will be selling NLG, which I guess this should be opposite, I guess, minus NLG. Okay, anyway. So therefore, we are looking at, so that of sell NLG, we're selling 70 or 458. And I'm going to do it this, okay, well, 450. I'll just put NLG in here. I don't care if it says a plus because it's all set up this way. 458 and then 72. The price point on this was 631. Where do I want to buy back? Well, if it goes back over, say, like, I don't know, 955, I'll look to make the next trade. Okay, so next up, we have that for the next price. Well, we already know where it's on the upside. If it goes back down maybe to 360, I'll enter again, and then 955 up top. And it goes back up. So there's a completion of this. So every trade has to be done twice. So in this case, let's now complete the trade on here. How many do we want to sell? Well, we'll complete it this way. We are entering via. Last time there was 72. And we don't need to sell as many of them. So let's just go, and I'm just, before we do that, this is kind of bugging me. Okay, so last time within it, there was 72. So if we do like, say, 60, or if even 58, 624 I would get back. So you can see how I'm profiting on both sections. I'm going to center this too to make it look better. Okay, so now we'll just confirm the order and then place a new chain on the next one, whether it be up or be that of down. So the last trade in at 1085. Let's go like six. Well, I was gonna say 6.25, 650, but I guess I'll go 6 now. Go 1795 up, we'll say, and it goes up to 2021. Well, it's double from where it was, not almost, in the area. You can sell a decent amount. You own 114. How about 50? So we'll get rid of 50. We'll get 1,003 rounded. and confirm the order. Okay. So where do you want to get that back at? Maybe if it goes down to, what was that, 20? That was a pretty large increase. I'm normally on the 20. I'm looking for like the 12 or 13. But you know what? I'm going for the 9 ball after it moved that fast, that high. So let's go on to the next one. So breaking down below 9. Things moving up pretty high. So let's just do 35 on the way up. So here we are, 838. This is a fill. And because the market's going down, we're going to be selling the NLG. And how many do we want to sell? Well, we own 2,387. But no, I want to go with this. It was 1,003 that I added. I don't. I want to keep a portion of them. What happens if I sell 750? Actually, it's 50% off. Okay, let's go like 620. I would get 73 on the other side. Okay. So on this exchange, it was a gain of 23, and it was a gain of about over 380. Confirm the order. So now I'm again starting a new chain coming off of 838. So let's put a buy in at like say 511, and maybe sell it up to like 1445, 45 I guess, and it goes down to 480. So move from 838 to 480. Let's sell the NL. We have 1700, and maybe you can get rid of like. I mean, it's almost double or half off. Not quite, but I mean, 800 even could be playable. Especially when you're trying to go aggressively. You're definitely not doing anything to damage selling out by doing this because you're still going to leave yourself with near 1,000 when you're back on that. So therefore, we'll be looking to sell 800 for, we'll say, 165 and confirm the order. Okay, so now we'll do the next. Okay, so where do we want to buy this back or trade this back again next? Price action was at 480, so double that would be under 10. Let's do that 9 number again. Even a little lower, 865. So let's now go to the next price. On the way down, maybe we'll go like break below 3, and then the 865. And it goes to 280. So we start another new chain. This is why I want to keep this, because sometimes this might stay for a while. We might have to come back like many a days later to refill the order. Okay. So then we are selling. So I'm going to push or we're buying here. So we're selling NLG is what I should be saying. We own 967. The market move, again, not quite double. If we sell, say, 360, we would get 127 on the other side, which is not as good as it was before. Let's see if... Maybe I should be doing over 400 here, probably. 422. Okay, so we're now at 280. Where do we want to get this back at? Maybe a break of maybe 5 and a dime. So let's go to the new price. We were last bought at 280. Let's go like maybe 165 and then the 510. And it does, but we got 706, so that's even better. Okay, so therefore let's execute the trade as need be. Let's push number 2. We accumulated 150 last time, only want to sell a fraction of that, and this is better than double, so I could literally look at like, well, half of that, 75. So let's maybe go 90, which means 630 here. 631 when you round it, but whatever. and confirm the order. All right then, so next up, sometimes you can upgrade, and this is a spot where I think you might want to. I got a buyback here at 865, but I'm coming off a 706 sell. I might want to increase, and I'm going to. Let's go 975 on that now. So the buy going lower after 706, let's go 444, and then of course that 9 3/4 number, and we get the 443. And we are looking to pushing 4 here. How many NLG do we want to sell? We own 1176. 400 seems fair. 450 even. So we'll sell 450. Get 101 of these. Confirm the order. We're going to take this back. Was that I don't think I wanted to do that actually, because it says I got to sell it at 975. 706. Well, you know what? I can do that. Yeah, this can work. This can work. I probably should have went lower now that I think about it. That's the only thing I'm not liking, is I should have went lower. Although 443 is still nice. So I want to sell that. Double that is like 880. So let's go 775, and let's increase this now to 1050. And then after buying 443, let's do 280, and then of course the 775, which will be the one that hits. Again, I can increase that 1050 if I want. Get a good buyback on it that way. But in this case here, the 833 is selling of the VIA. Last time it was a gain of 101. Let's take a fraction of that. Let's say about 70. You get back 578. You know, I wouldn't mind a little bit more. So we'll do 628 here, 76 here, another positive play. And from that point on, we are going to look for a buyback, maybe little under 5, I'm thinking. 477, and then that's not what I want. At 477, and let's increase this to like 1111. All right, 475 buy. So owning 1300, we can continue again doing what we've been doing around 450. Maybe increase it a little more to 475. And move on to the next one. And we want to sell the 475 at, well, pretty much in the same little area that we did before. Doubling that is 950. So I want to go maybe 850, 825. So now let's go to the next price on the buyback, lower from 475, maybe go 3, and then 8 1/4. So we get 267 here. How many of them do I want to get rid of? I got 880. So the differentials from 833 to 475, that's pretty much 50% off. I could easily afford to do like 300 and plus. So 350 I think we can put in, and 130 here. And we'll look to get that back, say doubling that is 5 1/3. Let's go 5 even. And then the next one after that is 8. That's a good sequential jump after that. So go to the next trade number after buying 267. I would be thinking maybe buck and a half. And then, of course, the 5 number. We go to the 574. So we'll fill this order. And now how many do we want to do the trade for? We have a differential of what's better than double. So therefore, after getting 130 via, we could probably get away with only selling 80 of them, which would give us a gate of 455 here, 456. So let's confirm that order. And the market's already down 18% as it is on the next point, but I want better than that. So as far as the next buy lower, after 574, 340, 325. We'll do 320. And 8.25. We'll keep that number, go it live, and 309 is the buy. So we'll sell it down. And how many do I want to sell? Well, I own almost 1,000. Market differential price is going from 575 to 3. So getting away with 300 seems very much easy. 310 even. Could have done more, but we'll do that though. Okay, there we go. So the next one is going to be where do we want to sell this back again, doubling it to 6. So let's go 5 4/9 and keep that at 8.25. And the buy lower from 3, I guess we'll go 1 2/3, 165. And we get 910. Now this is an interesting situation. You could do 2 back together here. And that's fine to do. Or you could try to get a bit better on the next one, and that's what I'm going to do on this one. Especially because it's a little pain in the butt with this program to do 2 in this one price. But let's figure this one out. So we got 910 as the price. And that's why when you see days like this, it's just fun when they happen. I mean, just 528 days, you would have been at it for better than a year and a half, and these are all the trades you've had. So be it. It's a long-term game. So 910 is the sell number. Let's push 4 here. Last time it was 100 via. What would 40 do? That's the wrong button I pushed. 40 would get us 361. That's not good. 60, 541. Let's do 65. And let's do it for 587. And we'll confirm that order. And it's down 33% to 604. How do I not take that price? And now I guess I should have taken this now that I think about it, but so be it. I mean, you're trying to get like a bigger number here, like 10, 11, 12. And if it would have went down to 850, I would have taken it, 875. But it is what it is. So 604 is a buy. So I'll push 4 here. And owning 1,262 means like 400 is pretty easy, I would think. Even more than, yeah, 400, 450, no, 400 is fine. And that's it. So where do I want to sell that back? This makes it very interesting because we got this one in here. So we're just going to do a little bit of housekeeping here. Let's do an 895 on this one. Let's go 1075 here and 1389 here. Okay. So we'll go to the next price after a $6 buy. Let's go like 380. And then 895 on the sale. It goes to 377. So let's see how much we want to get rid of here. 862 and 200, 250, 275. 275 might be a bit much. Let's do 260. Up 15% the next day, but not enough to trade. Doubling that is like 7.5. So let's go 680 and go to the next price on the way down. 220 and we get the 186 move lower. So this one here from a long time ago, it might take a while, but we'll see if it comes back. And when I say we will see, as long as I keep doing the video, it will. And we're on day 613 as well. So let's make the transaction here. Pretty decent sized move, pretty much a double move. And owning 600, I could easily do like almost half. So 275. 260 again. No, 275 will be in order for this. And we'll confirm that one. And it's down to 129. Where do you want to take this one back? We will say, if I double this, that's 370, and I'm already got 680 as it is. So let's, half of the 680 is 340 itself. So I want to go maybe 370. And we'll go to the next price. On the way down, I think 1 even is a good number. And then the 3.7, does it break 1? The answer is yes, it does. 0.86. That is more than half on the loss. So I can easily get rid of half of what I own, which is what I'm going to do. So 327, let's just do 162. And we'll add 187 here. Confirm the order. And as far as where we want to get this, I mean, it's been capitulating so much. It's been buy, order city. I mean, the last sell order was 910 or 574 or whatever. It's no 910, 604 buy. And you want to go for a large gain, like literally that. Go for the double here. Might as well. And it does happen next. This is the bottom. I've already played this game about this crossing. This is but the fourth time, at least the third. So I know this is the low. But as a trader, you don't know that on day number 620. So let's go to the price of 50 cents or 2. And oh, it does go lower. Okay, I'm wrong. I didn't think it did. Okay. Maybe it's because I've only played it like maybe 2 or 3 times. Okay, what do we do here now? We've see it go close to half off, but not quite. So 75 or 80. 80 is not quite half, so 75. Which we get 155 here. Okay, well, let's just say, where do we want to sell this at? I guess we could continue this thing going. Maybe go 1 10 here, 215 here. And we'll just keep the rest the same. I don't think it goes to a quarter. There's the 116. So finally, after so many buys in a row, you would get a sale. So we will now sell the VIA. Last time it was 155. Much better than double. So how about sell, like, say 890? What would I get? Difference of 103? Okay, we'll do that. 104 when I round it. All right, so let's do the next one after doing 116 and having that where I'm thinking we're maybe 0.6. And then we got 215 for the other one. And it goes to 260. Okay, so let's decide what we're going to do here for amount. The market move is 86 to 260, so this is just phenomenal. If we now do like literally like little more than half, like say 94, we were selling 162 on the other side. That would be 242. So maybe just do like 107. And then getting 276 here. And that one is taken care of. So we still got these three, this one, and this one. 5 more previous ones that got to get filled. So therefore, where do we want to go to the next price? Well, it's at 193 now, down 25%. And where do you want to buy back after the 260? Maybe 150. So let's just go to either 1.5 or the next level at 3.7. And it goes to 145. So another new buy. 470 is the ownership. Maybe you want to 120 maybe. 125. And we would be going to get 80. Okay, so the 145, where do we want to buy it back? Maybe, well, doubling that is 3. We already got one at 270. So maybe 270. The new buy below that, go 0.8. And then 2.7, and we got the 274. So we pretty much got what we asked for on that one. Last time it was 86 VIA, so what does 68 do? Gives us 184. We don't need to sell that many. 60 gives us 163. So the buyback on 274, maybe 150. And then we're still looking for that 3.7, which now gets executed, 4.2. Last time we were talking about 147 VIA. What would 100 and... Okay, what's a differential move? We're going from 186 to 420. So what's 100 do? 416 on the other side? Sure. 417. And that order is executed. It's down 22% for now, but so be it. Not enough. Where do we want to go next? Well, we're coming off of a sell at 420, so maybe like 2.5. And then we're looking to sell at the 6.8 number. And it does hit the 680, and again, pretty much right on it, 683. And then by having these notes, you know exactly how many you need to sell, because you see in here that you had 68 via for a 260 NLG, which isn't that big of a play overall at this stage. But if we go ahead and subtract, say, because we have so many via, I almost want to get rid of all of them here, well, that you had from before. So instead, just profit take, because 461 here, and go like that. Because you have 922 vias, you get 925 NLG. That will just better your ratio out on that transaction. So next up, we're looking for a trade at 895, but I'm going to make that number up. Let's go 950. While we're at it, let's go 12, and let's put this at 15. And the next price differential, 4 on the buy. On the sell, we obviously got the 9.5, which it hits at 11.14. And in this case here, this is a big differential, as we see in here. 6.2, not really, 11. That's, well, that's okay. It's not a big differential at all. It was just small before. So the differential was again 66 via. We only have 88, so we might as well just sell the 66 and take the profit. So let's take the 730 and go that way. And confirm the order. And it's up 25% to 1396. So we might as well just fill this order here. And it looks like it's going to be the exact same thing. I'm just going to sell the 99 via off and take the complete profit. And that's from 475 going to 1372. That's not too shabby. Confirm that order. Market's up 23%. I guess we could just do this one while we're at it. Now we're at a spot where every single buy and sell has been taken care of. How sweet is that? And as far as price is concerned, we got the ratio. Ratio is 17 to 1, so it's still out of whack. And in this case here, we can see here that we sold 165 via. It was a decent size order. And going from 480 to 1721 is not too bad of a transaction. And when I say not too bad, it's pretty damn decent, actually. So this will be the last trade, because I pretty much covered a lot of things that I wanted to in this back and forth, because a lot of the ones that take a while could come back. This is day 870. So therefore, your third ever buy on this of VIA has just been bought back. And it would have taken pretty much over 2 years to do. Hope your notes, you kept your notes. So with that being said, let's just see how we would do this transaction. If you sell, say, 120 of these, you would get back 2,049 or 2,050. So as I finish this on day 871, and I could go further, but I mean, how long are we on this video? We are over 34 minutes in. And the whole point of this again was just to show you the one best way to track trades is just to have everything has to have a buyback. Whether it's a buy or a sell first doesn't matter. It can if I'm going to sell here, I'm just going to wait to finish it here, obviously. And the ownership, you would own 570 and 5,500 of these things. And when we started, well, that would be 5.7 times higher at 100. And at 55, that would be about 4.5 times higher. It's not too shabby. That's just overperforming the market. That's all we're trying to do here when placing these orders in as such. But every single one in here is to do profit. So buy 631, sell 1085. Buy 838, sell 20. Buy 480, sell 17. Buy close to 3, sell over 7. 4 and 4/9, 8 and a third. 4 and 3/4, 14. 2 and 2/3, sell it at 5 and 3/4. Sell a little over 3, or buy a little over 3, sell a little over 9. Buy a little over 6, and then 11 and a seventh. And then 3 and 3/4, and then 6 and try to get the fraction, 6/7, 7/8. Either way, 683. And then 186 to 420, 86 cents to 260, 48 cents to 116, and 145 to 274. I never needed to look at a chart. I never needed to know what last key resistance was. I never calculated any Fibonacci. I just understand numbers, 50% more, 30% more. When I did do stuff, okay, things are going straight up, I can increase my volatility, but I don't need charts to do that. The math and the numbers as I see it does that in itself. Seeing I have 4 or 5 orders, the straight kind of sells or buys in a row, or 7 out of 8, 9 out of 10, 12 out of 14. That tells me it's going majorly in one direction. But that's it for the video. Hope this has been helpful. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.